go. Sorry, guys that are watching the recording. I just remembered. Okay, we'll keep going. I remember when I was working full-time, it was like that power hour was literally an hour when I could squeeze it in between everything else. And I made it work. I did. That worked for me. I just figured out the things that were at the top of my to-do list, and I focused really, really hard during that time. And sometimes it was 30 minutes in the morning before I left for school, and then 30 minutes at night right before I went to bed. But that's how I made it work. And what I am doing right now may not work for you, but the point I want you to take from this is these are the tasks that you need to be doing. And however it works into your schedule to do it, however you can spread it out, nap time, bedtime, early morning, make it work for you and your schedule. It's truly, truly just a matter of how bad you want this. You will make it work. You will make the priority to fit these things in every day. This is important to you and you want to succeed with it. So figure out what works for you, plug these in, and let's go ahead and just dive in and get started. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, if I can here, can I screen share on this? Ooh. Speaker view. Oh, there's a share screen. Okay, cool. There is a share screen. So what I'm going to do is I will actually pull up my share screen for you guys so you can actually see what I'm doing as we go through each of these things. You can watch exactly how I do it. And I want you guys, if you have a way that works for you, that's awesome. Go ahead and do it your way. But let's actually work during this time right now and go through each of these tasks together, okay? And I'm gonna leave it wide open. If you have questions as we're going, just holler, that's totally fine. But if there's no questions, I'm just gonna keep working and doing my messaging, and just so you guys can see the process that I go through every time with this, okay? Sound good? Okay, so if you have read one of my favorite PD books, Eat That Frog, for me, the thing that is always the most scary for me and the most uncomfortable, and that is the frog that I have to eat when I start my power hour, it's the inviting piece. So inviting is what I always sit down and I nail that. I get all of those done right from the get-go, and then I go into all the other things on the back. So let's go ahead and go in that order. And I know for some of you guys, the scariest one is inviting to the business opportunity. So that is and has always been the scariest one for me too. But I've gotten to the point now where I just do it. I just find people and I send them. So that's what I'm going to start with. And if you have seen, the Power of Threes is what I use on our Google Drive that I have for us. 3 is the minimum that you should be sending out of each of these categories every day. My numbers, like I said, I try to send way more than this every day, but for the sake of our time here on the call, let's aim for that 3 just for this time, okay? All right, so share screen. Desktop. Let's see. I've never shared a screen before. Let's see if it'll go. Okay, can you see my stuff?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, so for me, I pretty much always leave this tab over here, the friends list. That's one of my lists that I work from for the invite process. And so I just leave it open where I've left off at, because otherwise, you know, it like takes forever. You're like continually scrolling down, 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 down. So this is where I left off at last time, and I'll look, see if there's anybody I haven't talked to yet. And I skip all the guys. I don't invite guys because they're not in my market. So I've invited them. I've invited them. Okay, here's somebody new. Okay, and I open up their profile. I do a quick check over to make sure they're not a coach already. So I look at the about. Nope. And then I also quick check and see, have I already messaged them? Oh, look at that. I have. You guys are on my, there we go. Oh, I have to figure out how to work this with these pull down things. Okay, so that one doesn't work. I keep going. Here's a new one. Oh, and I've invited that person. You'll see if I haven't messaged back with them yet, they're on my follow-up list at some point. So, Alice, Jenna. Okay, and I'm looking, I know this is a person I've talked to about a challenge group a year ago, but I've never invited her to the opportunity, so I'm gonna do it. And I have all my scripts saved in my Google Drive. Okay. Okay, and like I've told you guys, I change out this little opening here to match with this person. And this is somebody who I actually know pretty well. And I'm gonna be really brave and invite them. Sometimes I find that it's scariest to invite those that are closest to you. You guys feel that way at all? If it's somebody I don't know, I'm like, oh yeah, I can look at their stuff and see if they'd be a good fit, and it's not as big of a deal. But if it's somebody that I know pretty well, I feel, I don't know, just me, I feel a little bit more nervous about it. But I'm gonna be brave and I'm gonna do it. So she's somebody I don't have to look all over her profile because I know what's going on in her life. So. Okay, I'm gonna send it. Okay, and then from that point forward, Let me, how do I take the screen sharing off? Can you see me again? Can you guys?
Yeah, it's just you.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so I think I've shown you guys this in a video I posted in our team. But every Thursday, I set new goals for my BAT based off of what I'm hoping to achieve for the week. So it's a new week. It's Thursday. I have my goals listed out over here. And as I send messages, I just tally them in each of the sections of the BAT there. And I've just put it like in a little, I don't know what those are called, like little plastic sheets that I can use a dry erase marker and change it out every week. I don't have to waste a bunch of paper. So I just put a little check mark in that I've done a coach invite. Is invite. And then I also, just for tracking, I have my Erin Condren that I use. And I go out to where my follow-ups have left off. And I will be putting her on in purple because all my coach invites are in purple. So I know when to follow up with her based off of that. And then I have an invitation tracker in my notebook so I can just keep track of everybody all in one area. So I write her down in there with the date. And I mark it was a coach invite. And that's what I do for every single message I send out. That's how I track my people.
When do you follow up with her again?
So for me, let's see here. I didn't pay attention to the date. I just went with where I've left off on my follow-ups. I put down to follow up with her on Monday. And that's just totally your preference. I wouldn't ever go more than, earlier than 2 days. Give it a few days to sit there and if they don't respond, then follow up. But for me, I just have a million follow-ups to do, like constantly. So what I have figured works best for me is actually just, I've set a certain amount of follow-ups every day. And if I can get ahead on that, I'll white them out off of the days ahead down the calendar. But I know that I can only get like 20 follow-ups in a day unless I'm having like a big day where I can just power through and do a whole bunch. So I set my limit, like when I'm putting them in here. I don't know if you can see it. Like all my colors represent different things, but I fill in that little space there and I don't do any more than that in a day because I know realistically on most days I can't do more than 20. So, and that's just what works for me. Does that help? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Christy, how often do you follow up with them? You said you're going to follow up with her again on Monday.
Yeah.
If she doesn't respond to that one, how further down the line do you put her? That's where I always have troubles like gauging on because I don't want to annoy them,
right? But
I want, to keep reminding them, especially if it's somebody who's shown interest in the past and then kind of bailed on me at the last minute.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's again, I just so I go through with that follow-up on Monday, and then based off of my calendar, how full my follow-ups are, I would do it one more time 2 days later if I had space in my calendar. But typically, it's normally 5 or so days later if I haven't heard from them all, just based off of my follow-ups and the numbers I'm inviting.
Okay.
Yeah. And then after that third one, if I still haven't heard from them, I put them on my like and comment list for the next month. So make sure I'm just engaging on their profile. They go on that list. And then I also at that time will put them on as a forming conversation 2 months down the road. Just back in with them then, and not business related at all, not challenge group related at all, but just forming them at that point.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you guys have 3 done? Nobody's going to fess up. Come on, guys. Want me to do another one? Do you need more time? I'm assuming the silence means yes, so I'm going to do another.
Oh, is there like a script in Team Heart that I'm just not seeing?
Oh, no. I've shared different ones before. I can show you what I'm right now sending. I'll put it in the comments of our. Oh, come on. Will it let me? It's not letting me copy paste. Okay, it won't let me copy and paste it in here, so I'm going to go to our event page. And I will put it in there. Okay?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I have a question. I know that the coach site is down right now for maintenance, but can customers still order right now?
That's a good question. I think.
Because I pulled it up and it's showing that it's up, but I saw somebody post in Lux Republic that they had a customer try to sign up and it didn't work.
How long ago was that?
Maybe 20 minutes? Like 20, 30 minutes?
It could be. It could just be that the site's being hokey. Sometimes that happens, you know.
Okay.
So I would still go ahead. I mean, if you're in that position with somebody, go ahead and send it and tell them that there's a chance it might be down right now, and if so, it'll be back up again first thing tomorrow. So I think I saw that they're just working on maintenance stuff tonight.
Awesome.
Okay, I just posted it in the event page, Victoria. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me share screen again so you guys can see me do one more.
Okay, so I have a random question.
Yeah.
On your color coding, how is your colors? Like, what do your colors represent? Because I'm still getting organized.
Mm-hmm.
So a little tidbit of information helps.
Yeah. What I have found that works for me, and like I said, everything works differently for everybody. But for me, what I do right now, I have my biz op invites, people that are coach prospects, they're purple. I have my challenge group invites, challenger op people, they're in blue. I have my forming and liking and commenting, all of those connection people in green. I have my current coaches in pink. And I have my current challengers in red.
Okay.
And that's how I organize following up with all of those different people in my Erin Condren planner. Now you guys typically get a little bit more of me and more flexibility from me, especially those of you that are, I know, working really hard every day. And so when I do log in, I typically just go through and archive all the messages that are sitting there because I know that I have them down to follow up with, and I don't want them to bother me. And so I typically, as I'm doing that, I'll scan and see if it's any of my coaches that are really working the business and being consistent, being committed, that kind of thing. And if it's those people, I get back to you as quick as I can. So like I said, sometimes coaches get priority on that, and I'll get back to you quicker. But I have to manage my time too, you know? So that's the best way that I've figured to do it. All right, let me find, I'll do one more biz op invite. must not have scrolled down far enough last time I was on. Sometimes I try to leave this open. I'll just close my laptop cover, and sometimes I'll come on and it'll have closed it out. And I'm like, no, I've scrolled down forever because I have like 3,000 friends sitting here. Okay. Ooh, see, this is a good sign. She has a Fitbit thing here at the top. This is somebody that I don't know. So see, I'm just kind of scrolling through, checking them out a little bit, so I have some basis.
Okay, wait. This girl just said, "What is it that you do?" I don't know what she's talking about. Is she talking about coaching? I don't know what she's talking about.
My guess would be like you just invited her to the business opportunity, right?
No.
No. Okay.
We were talking about a dance session. Random conversation.
Uh-huh.
And then she said, "What do you do?" So I don't know if she's talking about Pandora or if she's talking about coaching.
Just say, do you mean my occupation or do you mean my job? Just ask her that.
Okay.
Okay.
That's what she meant. Oh, man.
Stay cool.
I gotta find a script now.
All you have to say, just be very, very surfacey there, right there. Like sometimes that makes our like nerves go, oh my gosh, somebody wants to know what I want to do or what I do, but just keep it really simple. Just like if you were, prior to this, so somebody asked, what do you do? Say, oh, I'm a health and fitness coach. I started however long ago and I get to work from home with my kids. What do you do? Because it's not necessarily like right there that you like dive in, like they're just kind of feeling you out and you're learning about them. And sometimes we get really excited anytime anything's mentioned about it, and we're like, oh, this is it. But really you like still need to build that conversation more and just stay calm and there will be an opportunity down the road.
Okay. I played it cool.
Good job. So like this person, I can see that they're on some kind of fitness journey themselves. I have no idea what it is, but I'm going to go ahead and ask them about coaching because if they're already into fitness, then we can talk, Sent. Okay, so again, like on my little tracker, I tally it up. I write them down, and then I write down a follow-up time. Okay, and one more for 3. Oh, I've never invited her. As you get more comfortable with this, you'll see people that like at one point you were like, oh my gosh, I could never invite them. They'd think I'm crazy. And like to me tonight, I just looked at her and I was like, yep, let's do it. Okay, so my whatever this thing is called, Zoom. My Zoom thing just popped up and said that we have 5 minutes left. So just like we've done in the last meetings, if it closes down on us, or when it closes down on us, go ahead and log back on if you want, and we'll just keep going. I've still got to get my Power Hour stuff done for the day, so I'm just going to keep plugging away, and you're welcome to do it with me. All right. Writing her down. Okay, so that's 3 BizOp invites. Then I move on to challenge group invites. So I'm going to go back here to my Google Drive. I have my current script saved. Do you want me to post this one too? I think it's the one that you know already, Victoria. I have pretty much been using this invite for like many months now, and it's working really, really well for me.
Post that one, because mine is one from a video you posted, but it wasn't you doing the video. It was somebody else.
Okay.
Like when I first started.
Hey, Caitlin, Seba. Okay. Okay, there we go. Up there. I don't know if you guys see what I just did, but for me, being like the totally ADD person that I am, when I see notifications pop up here or it shows like that red number that there's a message or there's a friend request, that is totally distracting for me when I'm doing Power Hour. And so I just go up there real quick and I click on it, click off, make it go away. And who knows, I don't know why that helps me, but it makes it go away for this time period, and then I'm able to focus and I can go back and look at those at the time I have allotted for notifications. Just a little tip. Now I'm going to find people to invite to my challenge group.
Okay, I did it.
Yay!
Script is up. Oh, holy hell.
You're so funny. But I totally understand. I was there at one point too.
Oh, man. That's only like my second time ever, and the first time I blew up your phone.
I'm really proud of you.
Thanks.
I know it takes